software in the amount of $50,000 and annual maintenance agreement of $20,000. I would entertain a motion.
So for this amount, what does that get us?
That's going to give us all the software and hardware we need for an upgrade, which we have to upgrade our CAD, RMS, and we will now, because we have laptops, our NDT system. So it's going from Depro, which is obsolete, and taking us to a new system, which we have to anyway, because Depro, well, by 2020, we can't use it anymore. And we have certain reporting that we have to be compliant with. For the UCR, the state, we report that to the state police, who then reports it to the FBI for their annual UCR code, the uniform crime report. And so by March 19th, we need to start the process of being compliant, because we can't upload our data to the state, our systems to overnight.
Well, if the stars would ever line up and we could work out something with the county, would this be compatible with, do you know if this would be compatible with what they're doing or planning on, or we can...
Let's make a motion and then we'll...
Oh, okay. Move for approval.
Second.
Discussion.
Now, would this be compatible?
Would you mind coming up here so we can make sure we hear everything?
Yeah. So on that note, it's my understanding today that the county is going to go with a different vendor. I had a discussion with the sheriff throughout the process of talking about joint CAD. Has been very open to the idea and has helped move the discussion along. And the conversation that we had yesterday, we both agreed that because of the needs of both our organizations, maybe having separate systems is the best way going forward, but it won't impede us from getting into the same system. So,
Okay,
into the same
that was my concern, that we want to get something that wouldn't be integrated or workable if we were to come down the line where we can get to a joint operation.
It definitely presents challenges, but nothing that can't be overcome. There are other localities that have faced the same thing and have done it, and I think at the very least this catches both of us up to where we need to be, and then we can continue on our discussions.
Okay.
And see where they lead. But it is not going to impede that discussion.
Okay.
And this went through a bid process.
Yes, we did a RFP in September. There was also a joint RFP with the county. An RFP that we conducted in September, we got 6 responses back. I had staff sit in and review, because they're going to be the front end users, all 6. This software was number 1 was really Motorola, but they were extremely costly, and I wouldn't recommend them based on the cost. I thought they were exorbitant, but they had a great product, but the cost was way out there. And this right here gives us, for the city, a lot of operability. They are willing to customize their system based on our needs. And then with accreditation, it helps greatly in that we can create basically programs within there to handle a lot of that workload. Right now, it's a tremendous workload on my personnel, and trying to dig up these records. We can have it all in one system.
So I was involved with some discussions, and it came down to 2 systems. The ID Network, I believe, is the name of the system that the county has chosen to go with. We've chosen to go with Capers. The county's needs are different than ours in some areas. Their jail portion, they're not comfortable with Capers' jail portion of the system. So this is one of those things where we, the perfect scenario is let's have one CAD system, we'll work together. And that would have been the perfect scenario. But, this is one of those areas where we're going to have to, in my opinion, it's one of those things we're not going to be able to agree on the system. But from what I understand, we will be able to continue to work on a joint 911 system with 2 different CAD systems.
Yes.
One will be more specific to jail, probably.
Yes.
Then my question is, the first aid's going to be able to communicate with each other?
It's first
aid, like for the county and the city? We did have a problem where communication was...
That'll be handled with the new radios system, where we can patch in if people need to communicate. That'll be different than this system. But yeah, with the new radio system, we'll work through some of those issues that currently, we're facing today.
This is more for record keeping, tracking.
Incoming calls and things like that, right?
Correct, yes. Correct.
Bottom line, Capers was significantly, it had a significantly lower price, and they provided a much better product to meet our operational needs.
And I talked to the sheriff yesterday for a good while about this, and I appreciate his efforts because he and his chief deputy, they did a lot to try to make sure this works. They're interested in a joint 911 system just like we are. So I think they went beyond just, trying to make things come together. And, the sheriff did a good job in trying to make that happen. Just, the needs are different in this particular area. So we have a motion to approve, and do we need to have any more discussion? Ms. Wood, could we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Ensminger?
4.
Mr. Hunt?
4.
Mr. Tucker?
4.
Vice Mayor Crozier?
4.
Mayor Sabal?
4.